I'm Intruder Green. You might know me from things like Reggie's, Cook County Correctional, and Yellow Pages. Welcome to the Intruder Green podcast. It's the 29th of June in 2022. And everything's all fucked up in America as usual. I mean, I could come out with a podcast every week and say that, or I could come out with a podcast every month and say that, or maybe every 2 months or something. And still something new would be happening in America to make people think what the fuck, dude? What is going on? I probably don't need to be said in case y'all haven't been listening to the podcast though. As far as Intruder Green's concerned, woman's body is her own fucking business. So, this whole Supreme Court shit is real fucked up. You know how I feel about the legal system in general. But, usually you'd think a judge would be at least kind of cool because you could pay him off and stuff real good. But, I think they're being paid off by the wrong people right now. And that's real shitty. So anyway, it's a goddamn shame. And, what the fuck? Let's riot in the streets and get violent. I feel we had some success with the Black Lives Matter movement, and that was kind of violent. So let's keep that going. Anyway, there's all sorts of other stuff, with politics going on too, with all this January 6th committee and whatnot. Who knows what's going to come of that? But it's pretty crazy to be listening to. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to the producers of the podcast. We got Hedda Royston, Luke Ellis, Fast Eddie Knowlton, Chelsea McNally, Gem City Sabrina, Sarah Koenig, Cardboard Box Colony, and Carlos Hernandez. Thanks everybody for hanging in there as usual. I did say that I want to start doing more cooking shows and whatnot. And, it's like everything that happens to me over here. And I am happy to be here, like I said earlier, instead of the United States of America. Because they got better laws here, even though I still don't follow them, but they're just easier to not follow. But, so one of the things, it's I get a good idea and then suddenly it's oh wait, I'm in Germany. So making it happen is going to be all sideways and whatnot. So anyway, I'm trying to figure this stuff out so I can start doing more YouTube stuff for you guys. Just because I just enjoy doing that stuff too, maybe we'll get some Green's cocktail hours going, whatnot. Which is always weird because for me it's cocktail hour and for you guys it's Saturday afternoon, which could be cocktail hour, you never know what you're up to. If you work late at the bar or something and you gotta go to work later, you might as well get primed. I think that's how that works, right? That's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe it's a bad idea and you shouldn't follow my advice. But yeah, that's that being said, live your life. All right. Anyway, on this episode of the podcast, we got some old friends, Take the Reins. It's actually a bunch of people that we've played with along the way in different bands, really. And they've been doing this band for a while now. And they got music out, but actually now, since the recording, they've released their new album, and you can go get it wherever you fucking find music, I guess. Just look for Take the Reins. I think we'll talk about it and get their stuff out there, and we'll have all the links to their stuff and whatnot. But yeah, it's real cool. They're going on tour in the States, so that's real good. And man, Court, fucking great people, and go check their stuff out. So anyway, without further ado, on with the show.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Intruder Green,
an inmate at the Durham Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1.
Come on, girl, now it's time to go to a place where nobody goes. In another time, on the other side of space, it won't be the same.
So I'm here with Matt and Court. I've taken the reins, and it's good to see you guys again. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
Yeah, I think actually, I guess we did see you at Fest a little while back, but that was even a while ago now.
Yeah, that was 2018 already.
2018.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I can't remember if that was the last Fest we played or not. I don't remember if we played 2019 or not. Everything feels like a blur since fucking COVID hit, you know?
Yeah. Before the
feels
world
like
took
a decade
shit.
ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you guys have been tearing up the I don't know, what do we call it? The Chicago area scene for quite a while now. I mean, how long ago did you actually start this band? Because you used to be doing was it mostly about nothing?
That was my band with Dan Duffy that's in Take the Reins. I can't even I don't even remember when that ended. What, 2000?
Yeah, it was like 2012. No, 10. 2010. Yep.
Okay.
And then took a break for a little bit. And then Courtney's got some serious talent and was writing some music and said she wanted to do some open mic stuff. And I was like, screw that. Let's just start a band again.
That's right. Yeah.
So we started a band and we kind of went through a few member changes. And then in
2011 is actually when we got the band, the original lineup together.
It was a slow roll to get it started.
It was.
And then in 2016, I think is when Dave joined the band. And then when Dave joined the band, that's when everything kind of changed. So Dan came before or after?
Dan was just a little before Dave.
Yeah. So Dan Duffy rejoined the band with us.
Oh, cool.
And then Dave joined, and Dave was in She Likes Todd. I don't know if you remember She Likes Todd.
Oh, yeah, of course. I love those guys.
So Dave was in She Likes Todd, and he wasn't doing anything, and I sent him our music, and he thought it was rad, and
hell yeah.
Like, he could play.
Yeah. Plus
if there's anything I could say about fucking all the guys in She Likes Todd is they fucking shred.
Yes.
It's good to have. I mean, I'm sure you guys are all competent musicians, but it's nice to have, you know, like that little ace in the hole of just a shredder of whatever instrument it is, you know, like fuck you.
Yeah.
Dave's the only one with an actual music theory degree.
Right.
So
he's the actual talent in the band.
Oh shit. I think I learned music theory like 5 times and I forgot it every time. Like, you know, I got the basics, like you got notes and you play a few of them together and it's a chord, and that's about all I got.
Yep. That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know which notes go together, but you know, if it sounds good, it sounds good.
All right.
Yep. That is true.
Oh, excellent.
And Eric joined the band in 2018.
Before we went to Fest.
Yeah,
right after we recorded the first album.
Right after we recorded our first album. And then that's been a lineup since. And then we released Addiction by Subtraction in the end of 2017, 2018. And it's kind of been uphill since there. Or things have been going really good since then.
Yeah. Uphill. Yep. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, yeah. And you got the new album coming out. We'll talk a little more about it later. But like, it's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I like to be all over the place with this stuff, obviously, because I'm real good at planning. I'm so good at planning that I just like, it's like I'm playing, what do they call it? 7-dimensional chess or whatever with the interview. Yeah. But I do want to talk about like, obviously guys are like into punk rock and stuff, living in that Chicagoland area. Like, so what was, you know, like, what was it like when you were kids? How did you get into the punk rock scene and stuff?
Oh man.
Like what pushed you in that ring?
Well,
to get personal as possible.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I grew up in a musical home. Both my parents are musicians, and I grew up, you know, going to concerts. I mean, I saw Kiss and Judas Priest when I was 5 years old, you know, and Yeah, I just I always loved music. My parents loved music. They always, they wanted me to play the piano. I didn't want to play the piano. I took piano lessons, didn't follow through, always regretted that. But I should have listened to mom and dad. But I actually heard the song Linoleum.
Oh yeah. That's a good
a friend
one.
of mine played it for
I heard
me.
that song too.
Yeah. And I honestly was like, what is that? And they're like, that's No Effects. And I was like, I don't know who that is,
Yeah.
and from
Or
then
what
on,
that
I was
is,
like,
right?
yeah, I was like, punk rock. I think it's for me,
Yeah, yeah.
That was, that's just, I heard it and I kept trying to find more and more and more. And here I am.
Hell yeah.
I guess the first thing that turned me on to punk rock was Green Day. Actually, I heard heard their first record, and then kind of went from there. And then in high school is when I started playing in bands.
Yeah, of course.
Like when my first, actually every single band that I've been in has been with Duffy. So
all right.
We were in a band in high school called 3 Days.
Except for the short time that he was gone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But he's always come back, I guess.
All right. Good.
He's like a boomerang. You can't get rid of him. But started off in playing in high school and into college, and then 3 Days stopped because life happened. Everybody went away to school, and then Mostly About Nothing, which you mentioned, happened, and that was a pretty good run for a good while.
Yeah.
And then now we're here with Take the Reins.
Hell yeah.
Good place to.
That's the what I think it was in that movie, Tom Hanks movie, That Thing You Do. And it's like one of the best lines I heard about like the music industry, or just like making music and stuff. And it's like the guy sitting down. It's like at the turning point in the movie. It's like what do they call that? The down point of the movie, where like the band's like everybody's kind of like doing their own thing, and the band's probably like going to break up. And there's this guy who's like a jazz musician's like chilling with the drummer, and he's like, ain't no way to keep a band together. Just got to keep playing.
Yep, that is true.
And it's true. Like, like hopefully your band stays together, but if they don't, maybe you don't try to like, do whatever you can to keep the band together, because it's not going to be like great if that happens. But just keep playing, and eventually you'll be doing something you really love, and it might even be the next project is probably going to even be better, which sounds like it's the case with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the past 2 years have been tough for everybody, and there was a point where it was like, man, are we ever going to come back from this? And it kind of got a little scary for a while, and
yeah,
I was unmotivated to write, and it was just like, just everything was becoming like so mundane, and we couldn't practice, and it was like, is this it? For us, like,
right?
But I think we're coming back stronger.
Yeah, everything's coming back too. Like, I know I was just at a show last night for that felt weird. Like I've gone to a couple of shows in the last what's it been 2 or 3 years now. Since the pandemic has been raging, and it feels weird every time, but it was like a whole festival thing, and like was hanging out with Joe McMahon and fucking Corey, the Calls, I forget what they call themselves now. I think it's just the Calls Drunks or something like that. It's something goofy, but Corey Call, it was cool. But it seems like there's a lot of festivals happening again. And I think that's the thing to like really look at, because, bands touring, it's like, sure, that's going to happen, but lots of tours are going to get canceled. But when the like promoters are doing festivals again, I think that's a real good, solid sign. I mean, I hope that it's safe enough, because I'm scared to death of fucking getting that shit. Mainly because I don't want to get people around me sick. Like, I think I could fucking survive anything, but I just don't want to be like a super spreader,
For sure.
Like a super shredder would be cool. Like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. like when he gets the
Colder to
fucking
stretch and spread. Yeah.
mutagen on him. But you know, like whatever. Super spreader sounds kind of gross. I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah. I know the first time I went out to a show, I was like, oh my God, I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, should I be in this room with all these people? Like, is this making me really nervous? But I think I'm finally over that fear. You know, it's like, all right, you still got to take your precautions and, you know, keep your distance. You can't be, you know, up in people's faces, I guess. But I feel good about it again. I think people are feeling good about being out there again.
You feel guilty if you you feel guilty if you cough in public.
Yes.
It's
like
true. Well,
Yeah.
it's also like
I'm not sick.
not only do you feel
allergy.
guilty, I get paranoid when other people are coughing. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
watch out, bud. Hey, what is this?
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
fucking go out
Take
in
your
public
cough
with that
somewhere
cough?
else.
Yeah, that's right.
How
Get
dare
back in
them
your
be out
hole.
with cough? Yeah.
We were actually we just had this conversation. We were on a walking tour, and somebody in the group was coughing, and I was like, I don't want to stand next to that person.
No,
Right?
like, let's move
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like regardless of the COVID stuff, it's like, yeah, I don't know. There's other shit going around too. Fucking there's always a cold, always fucking bad, weird stuff. And like, what's gonna be the next thing? We got COVID, now we got monkeypox or whatever.
Monkey flu. Yeah. Who knows?
That
Who
seems
knows?
yeah. I don't know either. But I would like to know because you're not. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but Matt, are you a firefighter or were you?
I am still. Yep, that is
All right.
my day job.
You're not both firefighters.
I am not.
Okay.
I am terrified of fire. And where I see fire, I run the other way.
All
He
right.
runs towards it. I run away from it.
Yeah.
Kind of have a funny story about that. I was at work one day, speaking of which, and Courtney called me because our oven was on fire.
Oh
She
shit.
she calls me and she says, the oven's on fire. What do I do? I said, hang up and call 911. I can't do anything for work.
Oh my God. I was so embarrassed
Yeah.
when they showed up too.
It ended up being that we had mice in the house and we didn't know, and they were taking the dog food and they were storing it underneath the oven.
Yeah.
So she had thrown a pizza in to make a pizza, and it caught the dog food that was stuffed underneath the broiler on fire.
Oh
So
yeah.
it wasn't that big of a deal, other than wasn't a huge fire or anything like that, but still those damn mice.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh my
mice.
God.
Yeah. It's a good place to stash some food though, underneath the oven. Because it's
It
like
was smart. Yeah.
right
They had
there when you need
water
it.
supply and
Yeah.
food supply.
I used to
That's
just go
right.
right in the dog's bowl and eat the dog food, like right out in the open and drink the water. And I would just leave them alone. I'm like, hey, you got the balls to do that. I'm not going to interrupt. You know?
Oh shit. Yeah. I guess I would let them do that too. I would let me do that. People should let me do that. Sounds good. How about I'll probably just steal your pizza. I'll wait for you to put the pizza in and then like create a diversion like a fire. And then when you're like going outside to meet the fireman, just fucking take that pizza. Probably be cooked by then anyway. All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well done.
I never saw that pizza again. I think
There
that's
you
what
go.
happened.
There you go. Could be a
Yeah.
conspiracy. Maybe it was bad all along. He's like, oh, you got to call the fire department. And he's like, fuck that. I'm going to get that pizza. I know how fires
Case
work.
solved.
I get right in there. All right.
Yeah.
It's all good, though. I believe that
Yeah.
you would share that pizza anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I guess I don't know. Since you have like probably some kind of like interesting perspective, like has it been extra grueling on a firefighter's job during the pandemic? Like, what's that?
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we took extra precautions and stuff, and I mean, guys got sick. A lot of guys at work got sick, so there was a lot of overtime. So
Yeah. He was gone a lot.
last year I worked a lot of overtime
Yeah.
because we needed guys working, and I mean, we saw a lot of it. So, but I mean, you can't say no, so you go, and
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, like you said, I've got a different perspective on that anyway. So yeah, we were all worried about, are we going to be able to come to work? Are we going to be able to provide the service that we need to provide? But it was just another day at work, I guess.
Yeah. Good. I mean, I guess you probably fucking, I don't know, as far as like being in contact with people, maybe not so much, maybe more fires. And that's just going to burn all the germs up anyway. So I guess you
Yeah,
won't
right.
be too worried about getting sick on the job. It's more about being short staffed and whatnot.
Yep.
I hear you. I smell what you're stepping in.
Yes.
What are you drinking over there?
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, well, as Sammy H. Stevens mentioned in my last podcast, I basically have a little tiki shack going on here. So I like to make tiki drinks, or like my versions of tiki drinks, which is basically like rum, coconut liqueur, pineapple juice, and whatever the hell else I can find.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
Any
got some.
umbrella?
What's that? Oh, I got some
Little
umbrellas. I got some umbrellas, but they're kind of special. I feel like I should break those out just for like when I'm actually making. This is just some bullshit that I made. It was just like I mixed some shit together, and I'm like, it's got juice in it, it's got rum in it, and to be honest, I hung out with Joe McMahon last night. So I don't know if you guys know him, but the singer for Smoke of Fire, and as far as Fat Records bands go, everybody likes to talk about like, oh, Fat Mike, he does all the drugs. Oh, Dillinger 4, they fucking can drink anybody under the table. But I guarantee Joe McMahon could drink all those motherfuckers under the table. He's a crazy person, and I love him, and he probably should stop drinking soon. But at this point, it's still a real good time hanging out with him. And at this point in the day, I just needed some hair of the dog. So I was like, I got a little sugar in there, a little booze.
I was going to say, all the
much
juices are
happier now.
represented.
Yeah, that's right. It's vitamins and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, healthy lifestyle. So,
That's right.
yeah. And you guys got your Orkreutzer or whatever that is.
Oh, it's just tea.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I'm drinking.
The
I am
Arizona.
drinking water. It's so hot out. Like I just can't get like hydrated enough lately. It's like 97 and humid, and it's like, man, we just came back from 65 and partly cloudy and no humidity to like the sweltering like Bermuda Triangle.
Ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I miss that stuff. It's always like here we are talking about the weather, but yeah, it's always like crispy here. There's no fucking there's no I don't know, there's no moisture in the air ever here. It's just hot. Shit still grows though. It ain't like the desert. It's just I don't understand how shit works here. It's weird going to a different land because I'm used to like, America, where like when you're in the Midwest, like your area, I know that area pretty good. And it's like you got nice black soil and you could fucking put a banana in the ground and a monkey will pop out because those shit's so good.
Much.
Yeah. But here it's like, I don't know. I think they make a lot of concrete because there's lots of minerals and shit in the soil. But as far as like growing stuff, I don't know how it works because as far as I can see, I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. But anyway,
make shit grow.
Yeah, that's right. So you guys are about to come out with a new album, or it's recorded and everything, and it's your pending release, as they would say somewhere probably.
Comes out on the 22nd.
Oh shit! That's very soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this will probably not be out yet by the time it's out, but I will try to come out with it very soon because that's literally in like 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah. It is. It is.
I don't know. I don't think I'm that quick, but we'll see.
That's all right. Whenever you get to it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, we just dropped our second single yesterday. It's called Last Stop Motel. Our first one we put out a couple weeks ago. The name of the record is called I'm at Your Door.
Oh, another beverage.
What is that now?
Oh, yeah.
I
hadn't switched to beer. I'm off the hard booze. Only beer now.
I heard you talking about how the beer is terrible there, or it's just all the same, not terrible, but.
Yeah, that's kind of true. It's like as far as the Germans are concerned, it's different in every region or like every city or whatever. But to me, it's pretty much the same everywhere. Because like they got that law where it's like you can only have 3 ingredients in your beer, And I don't think it's an actual law anymore, but people still try to follow it because they're like, I don't know, they don't want to piss off customers and whatnot. But yeah, you know, in America, they're like, fuck it, put whatever you want in there. Like, as long as there's like some barley or some
Right.
kind of like, I don't even know what the ingredient that needs to be in it to make it count as beer is, but like,
Right.
yeah, they could put all sorts of fucked up shit in there, and everybody's like, hey, it tastes real fucked up. I like it.
Exactly.
But
Can't
here,
pronounce what's in it, but it's good.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But around here, they're very, very much like, well, this is the traditional way of brewing beer, and we're very good at it. And this is the beer that we like, and it tastes very slightly different in different places. And I'm like, it probably does taste very slightly different. I can't really tell. Although I will say the one I like to talk about, although Sammy bought me a nice beer that I can never fucking remember the name of. But there's some nice microbreweries around, but they're still like, they're not doing the kind of stuff that they're doing in the States.
It's 4 ingredients instead of 3.
Yeah, right. Something like that. And you know, like a strong beer here is like 5%. I'm like, that's a Budweiser. That's a
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but
Yeah, you ever drink
yeah.
a beer and you're like drunk off one beer and you're like, oh my God, this seems like 10%. Didn't realize
Yeah.
that one.
Exactly. But yeah, I remember one place I was like, I wanted to try this coconut porter or whatever. And I was like 9% or something. And
Yeah.
you're supposed to get it in like a little snifter. And it's like,
Right.
a little 12 ouncer or something like that. And she just fills up a pint. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm into it.
Right.
But
You're
yeah,
supposed to sip it.
exactly. But this one, the one I like to get is actually an import. It's from Czech Republic. It's
Oh,
called,
nice.
It's actually called, can you read the label?
Budweiser. Oh, yeah.
Budweiser.
Oh,
Yeah. It's the original Budweiser. Apparently when Budweiser started in the States, they were like, oh, we got this from this Czech beer that's super popular, and we're doing it exactly the same way. So we're going to call ourselves Budweiser. But
that sounds
I
like
don't know. It's not quite right. I don't know the story exactly because there's like, it's also called Budvar. And like, if yeah, it's weird.
Budweiser.
What's that?
Budweiser.
Yeah, exactly. You just pronounce it differently and it's a different
Yeah.
beer. But yeah, I think it wasn't originally called Budweiser. It was called Budvar. But then when Budweiser did that, and like the people who do this beer like tasted it, they were like, that's nothing like a beer, you fucking assholes. And so, but then they changed the name over here to Budweiser. But then if you get it in the States, because you can actually import this stuff in the States and get it there, it's called Czechvar because it's Czech Republic. And it's, I don't know, it's all over the place. I don't really understand the whole story, but basically there's a beef between the Czechs and the Budweiser, the Anheuser-Busch people.
The St. Louis people.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. St. Louis and Czech Republic, they're going to go at it one of these days.
Uh-oh.
But yeah,
We're
I don't
too
know.
close to that. That makes me
Yeah.
scared.
Well, maybe they'll go at it in a different way and like they'll make love or something. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Or
Let's
make
get that
better
together.
beer. Let's
Yeah.
make better beer.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's the stuff I like to drink.
Nice.
It's a nice green bottle too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keeps those hops nice and
It matches.
safe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. It matches me.
Yep.
I keep hops nice and safe in my belly. It's a good place for them.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got the album coming out. You guys,
Yes.
you guys got a label for this, or self-release, or what's going on here?
No, it's a label. So out of the blue, we got a message about a year ago.
Yeah.
Something about like a year ago from John from Flat Out Records.
Okay.
And he said, "Are you guys on a label?" And I said, "Nope." And he said, "You want to be?" And I said, "Yep."
Hell yeah.
So,
Pretty simple.
that's how our relationship started.
Yeah.
And
John's the man.
we sent him the music because we had already had a couple of the songs that are on this album already done because we were kind of, before the pandemic happened, we were planning on making another album. And then that happened and it shut everything down. So we had 3 or 4 songs already. And John asked for a couple more. And so we went and did a couple more and sent it to him, and he really liked it.
Yeah.
The title track on the album is the one that sold him on the record.
All right.
It's I'm at Your Door.
I'm at Your Door, yeah. And we did a music video for it, which is on YouTube, streaming everywhere right now. A lot of fun to make. The whole entire time we were making it, I was just laughing out loud. There's a lot of movie and TV references in it, and throwbacks to our childhood and stuff like that. So,
and every time I watch that video, it makes me think of the day filming it. We just like they had the best time that day. And I was like, oh, I've got like a forever reminder of that day.
Oh yeah. I love
like
music video days. It's the best.
Yes. It was a great day.
It was also like one of the first days that we had been around people.
Oh yeah, sure.
We did it filmed it last October.
Yeah.
So we got to see our friends, and we have a bunch of our friends are in the video, and just to be together and do it. And it was a nice day. And so
all the stars aligned that day. It was a perfect day.
But anyway, did the music video, did the album. We actually Courtney and I just went out to London to press our records.
Yeah.
So we went to Package Sounds and hung out with Tom, and Tom's a badass.
Okay. So you got to fill me in a little bit more here. So Tom is from the UK. The record label's from the UK.
So no, John flat out.
Oh yeah. John is the guy.
John
Sorry,
and Chuck
I missed that up.
are in Pittsburgh.
It's all right.
So the label is based out of Pittsburgh. And John is good friends with Tom, where the record is being produced, like the production end of it was produced at Package Sounds in London.
In High Wycombe.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
we went out there, and Tom hosted us and let us actually press.
Yeah, we got to press our own
records.
vinyl.
So that was really cool.
Wait, so did you have to do all of them? Or just like some of them? It's like a ceremonial kind of thing.
Yeah, we did a dozen or so and got to.
Yeah.
All right, because I was going to say, like, I don't know how much this is you guys lucking out as much as it's just free labor for them.
I was going to demand minimum wage if we had to press them all.
Yeah.
No, we spent a couple hours at the plant with Tom. And it was just it was such a cool day. Like I don't even like being there and seeing all the other records, and just Tom hosting us and stuff was like I literally had a smile on my face the whole entire day. It was just cool.
It literally blew my mind that you took a hunk of PVC and then you put some sprinkles in it.
Yeah.
And then you pressed it and it came out a record. I'm like mind blown.
Yeah, I seen videos of that stuff. It looks fucking crazy. It starts out as like a hockey puck, right?
Totally.
It was just like a glob of
I'm like, what is that? It was PVC.
It looked more like a cinnamon roll, like the consistency that not that's the shape that it was. It wasn't a cinnamon roll, but it was this white.
And it was hot as hell too.
Yeah. The guy that was pressing it, John, I can't the sensitivity in his fingers must be.
Yeah, his hands were just one big callus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because everything was pretty hot.
Oh yeah.
It was hot.
That's hot
So
shit.
you're like molding it, and putting in the thing and pressing it, comes out this record.
Yes.
It's just like.
Well, he molds it by hand,
Yeah.
Well,
your records are hand molded.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a homemade shit. Yeah, that's right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't get any more, like homegrown than that.
That's right. That's amazing, actually.
Super fun day. Yeah.
So that was cool. And then we went to a bunch of badass shows out there.
We were in London 11 days. We were there.
We saw Queen, Crowded House.
Oh yeah.
UK Subs and the Descendants.
Oh, tight. All at the same show.
And no, it was
4 different nights.
4 different nights.
Yeah.
It would have been weird if Queen was playing with a bunch of punk bands, but it would have been cool. I mean, that would be amazing, but it would have been weird.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like a $500 ticket or something. I don't know.
Well, Queen itself was $500 ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? We're like, all right, are we ever going to see Queen in London? ever
Yeah.
again.
What
You
is
know.
Queen these days anyway? Like,
It's the band. Well, obviously,
it's the drummer
yeah.
and the guitar player.
yeah. Well,
And then-
yeah. You got to
and
have
then
Brian
Adam-
May.
Yeah.
Brian Mays. Oh, what
And
a
then
he's
and
the
then-
man.
Adam Lambert.
Yeah.
Adam Lambert.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but it sounds good.
Yeah, he did a great job.
They
He
did.
did.
They did a really good job. They had like this drop down screen and brought in.
Like
Freddie,
holograms.
like,
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Oh, shit.
Kind of,
That's
Yeah.
right.
You kind of-
I forgot we live in the future and you can get
Yeah,
holograms going. Seriously, I remember watching Red Dwarf back in the day and they had a hologram on that show. And I was like, wow, that must be some real futuristic shit. And now it's real. It's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and Brian May, I don't know if you know this, he has a doctorate in
Face dust.
space dust. He's an astrophysicist.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I mean, I heard his guitar playing. He sounds like an astrophysicist.
it was very space like oriented.
Oh,
The
shit.
show, you kind of felt like you're floating out in space and everything. And I was like, man, this is really cool. This guy's really
Shit.
smart. You know,
You all right? Where'd you go?
he's getting attacked by something.
Hi, Intruder Maniacs. Are you in a band? The answer is, of course you are. Everybody's in a fucking band these days. Anyway, if you're in a band, congratulations. I'm making the worst financial decision of your life. Aside from taking out college loans or something. Yeah. Now, there is a way to lessen the burden of such a financial decision. It's called merchandising. And Super Rad Merch Company is all ready to meet your merchandising needs. You want some t-shirts? Got a tight deadline you need them printed on? And because you booked a tour less than a month out and you didn't get canceled like everybody else's tours did? How about a bunch of weird random trinkets like keychains, medallions, and what about koozies? You know, like everybody likes koozies. Koozies are great because they keep your drink cold and your hand warm, or vice versa, depending on what you're drinking. Super Rad Merch Company can get all these made for you. Super Rad Merch Company is an in-house artist who can help you with your designs of stuff. They're still a small enough company that they pay special attention to you and your special needs. Because, you know, everybody's got special needs. Like, you probably mostly. And they even got a web store. That's where the real magic is. You go on tour and you sell your stuff, but chances are you're going to have some left over, or some fans are going to feel like left out because they didn't have enough money to buy something at your show. So they go on to stupidradmerch.com and find stuff from your band on there. They'll take care of all your production and shipping fulfillment needs. So go ahead, go on to Stupid Rad Merch Company's web store right now and check out all the tight bands that are already on there. They got a bunch of them, like got at the Bomb Pops and like the Bad Cop and stuff. It's all good. All sorts of cool swag. And right now, if you go on there and at checkout you use the code PRISON, you can get 15% off all of the Stupid Rad Merch branded apparel at stupidradmerch.com. Go check it out.
StupidRadMerch.com.
Guitar players, I bet you thought you were shit out of luck when it comes to finding your dream guitar or amp. You know, you go on some auction site or something and it's all crap. Yeah, well that's because, you know, you gotta look in the right place. And the right place is Yeah Man's Vintage and Used Guitars. They got exactly what you're looking for. Now I know what you're thinking. Aren't they located in like Switzerland or something? Yeah man, they are. Bern, Switzerland to be exact. But you know, you can get on the internet and you can go check out their website, yeahmansguitars.com, and you can order stuff on there. So, it don't really matter where the heck you are in the world. You can just get on their website and find all sorts of cool stuff that you're looking for. And you might not even know that you wanted it until you see it on there. And there's a lot of good stuff. If you got something specific you're looking for and need some help finding it, just hit up Yeah Man Guitars on the electronic mail. That's the email. It's like 21st century and you got email and websites. It's like amazing. Some people will call it magic. Some people will call it science. I just call it, I don't know, crazy shit. yeahmansguitars@gmail.com. As far as email goes, it's where you email them. And while you're at it, get your band a tour in Europe and stop by the shop. Michael and the rest of the crew would love to meet you, I'm sure. And you could tell them Green sent you. Yeah Man's Vintage and Used Guitars.
Getting your
Yeah. I hope I don't lose the internet. I had to shut the door because basically it was real hot in here. and I had the door open just to air it out, but like suddenly I was just getting fucking invaded by mosquitoes.
Oh, that's how I saw you swatting at something like some.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Like suddenly there was just like it was fine until like just then, and suddenly there was like 5 of them, and I'm guessing there was going to be more. So yeah, sorry, I had to go take care of that.
That's all right.
I thought you were clapping at space dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
I could use some space dust. Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
It was super. Yeah, you know what? There were no bugs in London.
Yeah.
Speaking of bugs,
No,
I noticed that too.
Yeah,
I noticed
we're not
that.
getting eaten alive. You know,
No
Yeah.
screens on any of the windows.
you're right. No screens. Like,
Yeah, they don't have them here either, but I think that's more because of the climate. I think actually I heard that they kind of like just got rid of a lot of the pesky bugs in like England. That they, you know, because everybody's like always afraid, like, well, you know, what do they call it? Economist. What do you call that? The environment.
Environment.
Yeah.
environmentalists.
I don't know. Yeah, fucking environmentalists always telling me what to do. No, but yeah, you know, like it's a delicate balance with like different species and whatnot. So they're like, oh, we can't kill all the mosquitoes because then what will the fucking spiders eat and whatnot? And I'm like,
Exactly. Yep.
I don't know, but fucking who cares? Give them food. Give them something else to eat. I just get rid of the goddamn mosquitoes. I would rather have to like go feed spiders once a day than deal with mosquitoes.
No
Yeah.
shit. I get
I
eaten
agree.
alive.
But I heard you know some smart people talking, and they were like, well, actually, you know, they used that line. They're like, if you got rid of the mosquitoes, we'd probably be fine. The spiders and the bats and whatnot would just eat other stuff, and there's plenty of other stuff, and like the other stuff would probably thrive because, you know, I think it's that whole invasive species kind of thing. And it makes sense if I think about it. If I think about it, it makes sense. Because like think about if you got like a garden or something and you get weeds, it's like of course you're gonna get rid of the weeds. And it's like,
Right.
you ever need those weeds anywhere? Like whatever that plant is?
No.
Probably not. I feel like that's what mosquitoes are. Except that
Yeah.
like the most annoying weeds in the fucking world. Ugh.
I second that.
Like
Yeah.
flies are pretty gnarly too, but fucking mosquitoes. They're still in there. Anyway. So anyway, you met up with John is the guy in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to trace this down because you kind of just were like, oh yeah, this guy John called me up out of the blue, but like you must have met him before or something. Like, how do you find
No.
these
No.
guys? No?
He literally saw our one of our music videos on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
That it
So it
came up
actually
on
pays
YouTube.
to do music videos.
It
these
does.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he saw I think it was Southside Rules, which is off our first album. Saw that video, and then reached out to me, sent me a message, or sent us a message, and we kind of started a conversation, and the relationship has been really good.
Yeah, John's
We've
been awesome.
actually we're going to meet in person for the first time in July, and we've been working together for a little over a year now, probably.
Close
All
to.
right.
Yeah.
You met the guy who's pressing the records before you met the record label guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
John hasn't been met.
Well,
The
no.
guy. Oh no, he hasn't been out. No, he
Yeah.
hasn't been out there yet.
But like, how
So-
did that even happen when you're meeting the production guy? Because like that's not a regular thing either. Like
It is.
we've
not,
gotten lots of
yeah.
records pressed, but like we never got asked to come to the like joint where they're doing them.
But John hooked it up.
Yeah.
So, but Tom does a lot of records for a lot of people. He
Yeah.
deals with a lot of fat bands, and
Oh yeah,
he actually
I
runs.
probably got some of his stuff in my place right now.
probably.
Probably.
He runs Awkward Aardvark Records too.
All
is
right.
Tom. So Tom's got a lot of balls up in the air. So
He's got a lot of balls.
He does have a lot.
Yes.
And yeah, he was gracious enough to host us that day. And yeah,
it's been a whirlwind. That is for sure.
For sure.
Hell yeah. So, all right, you got this record coming out. You gonna be touring on it or anything? Or
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot of shows this summer. We're doing a lot of weekend warrior kind of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Picked up a lot of shows on the weekends over the summer. And so we're kind of starting out that way. And we're kind of late with this record coming out with trying to get on festivals and the backup of the last 2 years of people promise stuff and whatever. So,
well, I heard it's real difficult too, because there's so many. Yeah. I maybe that's what you just said, like with the backup,
sure.
like there's so many, festivals that were already booked from like 2 years ago that are just now finally happening. So there's like a backlog.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to be playing a lot of one-off shows. Next month we're hitting Ohio and Pittsburgh. Working on some other shows down south, and we're playing Lexington, Detroit. Those are just a few coming up. And then working on maybe doing some longer stints here and there kind of stuff. I just talked to John on the phone last night. So we're working out some longer plans here coming up, and maybe going back over by you.
Yeah, we'd love to be out in Europe next year.
We might be headed out. Be headed out that way. So,
well, that would be rad. There's only one band I've had on my podcast twice. So it would be awesome if you could be the second band that could be on twice. I think that's true. I'm not making too much shit up. But yeah. We'll have to find out a thing for you guys though, because it was Bad Cop. So I got Bad Cop Returns. Awesome. And then the next one would be Bad Cop Forever. I think with you guys we would do like we'll call it Take the Reins, and then Take the Reins to Take the Reins Harder, because I love Die Hard, and I think Bruce Willis just retired because he's sick or whatever. So like that'll be the thing.
We'll take over.
Yeah, that's
I'm good
right.
with that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we should get moving on to the real pressing issue. Crime stories. Do you got any?
Oh man. So, like you mentioned,
fire stories. Like I know you probably have been in some fucked up situations.
I've got a little bit of a Grand Theft Auto story of when I was a child. Does that help?
Yeah, that sounds great. You don't think the statue of limitations is going to get
job for this one, because it was technically the car was owned by my family, so I'm not sure if it counts. But there was my brother went away to college, so he didn't take his car, and the car sat in the driveway. So me and my buddies, I knew where the keys were hidden. Yeah. So when I was like 14 years old, we used to cruise the neighborhood quite frequently.
Oh yeah.
Ducking by neighbor's house.
So we just cruise around and go do whatever we wanted. So driving around at 14 years old. I don't know if it's quite considered Grand Theft Auto if you're stealing your own car.
Maybe it's like not Grand Theft Auto, but it's still like, I don't know. What a grand is like 1,000, so it's like a hundo theft auto.
Yeah.
A buck. I think in the hood they call that a buck, because it's like 100 means a buck in the hood. I don't know. I guess that's what I heard somewhere. I don't know about the hood, but that could be it.
It's all hearsay. I got armed and dangerous story.
Oh yeah.
So I used to bartend, and I was driving home at like 2:00 in the morning, and I was pulled over. And I'm thinking, like, what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong, And then all of a sudden, the cop's behind me with the lights going. Another cop comes up with lights going. The one cop gets out, comes to my window, and says, "Can you please step out?" And they both draw their guns on me.
Jeepers creepers.
And I have to get out of the car with guns on me. And they said, "You are in the system as armed and dangerous. Do you have a weapon in your car?" And I was like, "What? I'm driving home from work. I'm armed and they're like serious. They're like being very serious." I ended up getting arrested, taken to the station, and And I'm sitting there, it's like 4:00 in the morning. And then finally somebody comes in laughing. Oh, it was a mistake. Like
Laughing?
mistaken. It was like a mistaken identity. Yeah. That I was in the system as armed and dangerous. So all the cops were coming in the room going, you're the one who's armed and dangerous, and laughing and walking out. And I'm like, can I go home now? Like it's 4:00 in the morning, So yeah, it was a mistaken identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but apparently I made their night,
well,
Crazy.
it's not like I really liked cops a whole lot before you told that story, but I
Right,
really didn't make them any better in my eyes. So that's pretty fucked up, like
It was
especially if
fucked
they were
up.
laughing about it,
Right. I was like, I'm glad I'm like your joke, but can I go home now? Yeah.
Yeah, right. And you can't counter sue or some shit. Like you can't take them.
No,
to court.
I just let it go. I just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
But that's my armed and dangerous story.
Well, that's a pretty fucked up story. I'm glad you're okay though.
Yeah. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Just some mental scars, but I've worked through them.
Yeah, absolutely. That is scarring. Scarring at the least.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys did tell a fire story as well. So we covered the shit out of that.
We did. We did.
Yeah. 2 crime stories and a fire story.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Hell yeah. What else you guys got to bring up? Anything else you guys got planned as far as stuff is concerned?
We're playing next Sunday.
Well,
week from today.
Playing next Sunday with Sack, but that you're like you said, maybe it won't be out.
I'll try to get it out. That's cool. You playing with Sack though. It's nice that those guys are doing stuff again.
Yeah. So,
we're playing with them at Reggie's.
We're gonna do a record release.
Oh hell yeah!
August 5th at G-Man Tavern in Chicago.
In Wrigleyville.
Oh yeah,
So
I know G-Man very well.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't been there in a while now because I've been stuck in Germany. But we used to be there a lot.
G-Man's a good time. Good times at the G-Man.
For sure.
So yeah, be there August 5th. But other than that, we're just excited for everyone to hear the record, and we need to sell some records.
Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good so far on pre-sale, so pretty happy about that. But
yeah,
hell yeah!
Anybody that wants a sweet vinyl,
and it could have been pressed by us.
Yeah,
you never know.
Oh, you should have done a special edition.
I know.
You mocked up the ones that you pressed personally, and then those are going to be worth like $1 million.
After we left, we're like, oh, we should have initialed them or something.
Yeah.
Well, come on, it's Tom or Dave or Johnny's problem. Yeah. It's his fault that he fucking didn't tell you to do that. Come on, he's got to be on top of that stuff. He's the professional here. That's good. Can we get him in Europe? How do I get in Europe?
Yeah, so Bearded Punk Records is doing distribution for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we will
that was pretty awesome. Our record is up right next to the new Poli record on his site, so I thought that was pretty dope. I was pretty blown away by that.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well, fucking
yes, you can have a record in Germany.
I will see what I can do about that. And if no less, then I can I'll see you guys when you get your asses over here, and I'll buy one from you personally.
Yeah,
hopefully one that you plan.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're out there next summer, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're all here next summer.
that is number one goal.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was great to talk to you two again. I wish you all the luck in the future, and can't wait to. Well, I know you sent me the album. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I heard a couple of the tracks, but I'm gonna go take a spin right now, actually, and we'll see you when you get here. And I will. Where can people find your record if they want to buy it, like online or whatever? It's just everywhere, right?
It's gonna at flatat.com. It's FLATAHT.com. So apparently they say out, and they spell it like at
in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. That's how they say out.
Oh,
Flat.
Jeepers
So
Creepers, that's a bad website.
Yeah.
flatatrecords.com.
All right.
But it's available there. And then we've got our Bandcamp, and we're out there streaming. And
Oh, Bandcamp's tight. I love
Yeah.
to promote Bandcamp, and that's actually where I've listened to the stuff that you guys do have out.
yeah,
It's good stuff.
We're on most streaming services too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anywhere you stream,
we
you
are
can
not
find
hard
us.
to find.
Yeah,
Word
you can-
up.
you can use the YouTubes.
Yeah, and see the music videos. Why not?
We got 4 now?
4 videos.
4
Yeah.
music videos up there
Yeah.
now.
Tight. Well, excellent day, guys.
Thanks for
Gotta get
having us.
The fuck away from these mosquitoes because they're still getting in
That was
here.
painful.
Thanks for having us, Green. We
Thanks,
really appreciate
Green.
it.
Hell yeah. We'll speak to you guys soon. And
Sounds
good
good.
luck.
And that's it for the Intruder Green podcast. You can hit me up on all the socials at Intruder Green or go to intrudergreen.com for all sorts of cool stuff. The Intruder Green calling line is still +1 608-535-9608. I know that number works because I had somebody calling me about some fucking money and I just hung up on them. But like if you want to call me about something cool, then I won't hang up on you. I promise. I probably won't answer the phone. You just leave a message though, and maybe I'll put it on the show. All right, patreon.com/Intruder Green if you want to become a producer of the podcast. The Intruder Green podcast is produced by Colin Bennett, management by Uncle Kramer, hair and makeup by Genevieve Smith, set design by Dylan Raymer, catering Matthew Hendershot, lighting Squeak Lights, Rahway, New Jersey. Our theme song is Particles by Pipe Rose. A little too rare.